are not cool.
Okay, so today's lesson, as I already said, is just specifically about how we simplify expressions using the distributive property. And that is our only objective, is using the distributive property to simplify expressions. Once we get this mastered, we'll be combining it with a combining like term to simplify more complicated expressions. Okay, to use the distributive property, you multiply the term in front of the parentheses, or it can actually be on the back side of the parentheses too, but we most commonly see it in the front by every term inside. And again, negative signs right in front of a number belong to that number, so we have to include those negative signs. So what we're going to do in this example, this says 2 times all of what's inside here. This is 2 times the quantity x plus 1. So whatever x plus 1 is, we have to multiply that times 2. Well, we don't know what x is, so to simplify this, we can do 2 times x and 2 times positive 1, and write down our answer there. That gives us a simplified version. 2 times x is 2x. 2 times 1 is positive 2. So that simplifies to 2x plus 2. Some people refer to this as the rainbow rule because it makes these little rainbows whenever you are multiplying. I'm going to refer to it as the distributive property, but if you end up getting help from an older brother or sister, they might say, oh yeah, you just rainbow rule it, because people use that almost like it's a verb, which is kind of funny. Okay, so next example, we're going to multiply the 3 times x, and then we're going to multiply the 3 times positive 4. 3 times x is just 3x, because we don't know what x is, so we just write 3x. 3 times 4 is 12, so we have plus 12. Next example, we have 3 times 2x and 3 times positive 1. So since this x does have a coefficient of 2, we have to multiply 3 times 2, and that's 6. So we have 6x. 3 times 1 is 3, so 6x plus 3. Are there any questions about what I just did before you try the next one? Mackenzie?
Do we have to like draw up the rainbow method?
You do not need to draw the little rainbows. That's me showing you what to do, but you can just do the work if you want to. Okay, I'll give you a second to try these 3, then we'll go over those. Olivia, number 1.
5x plus 20.
Good. 5x plus 20. Next example, Hillary. Good. 2x plus 18. And the last example, Haylin.
12x plus 2. Or 12.
12. Good. 12x plus 12. Excellent. Any questions about those 3? Okay, let's go on to the next page. Next page has some negative signs included. So this one is negative 2 times x and negative 2 times positive 7. Negative 2 times x is negative 2x. Negative 2 times 7 is negative 14, so we just write minus 14. Okay, so we're carrying that negative sign with us. You could also write plus a negative 14.
Ethan Worthy, please report to room 7. Ethan Worthy, please report to room 7.
In general, it's better to use as few signs as possible. Okay, so this example, we have negative 5 times x is negative 5x. Negative 5 times 6 is negative 30. So we have negative 5x minus 30. And our last example, negative 4 times x is negative 4x. Negative 4 times 2 is negative 8. So we have negative 4x minus 8. Okay, now 3 examples for you to try. Jace, what do we get for the first example?
Negative 2x.
No, this one on the try.
I knew that. Oh, negative 9x. Negative 9.
Good, or minus 9. Okay, next example. Kaylin.
Negative 8x.
Oh, I did that.
Negative 16.
Good. And the last example, Nick.
Negative 3x minus 15.
Good. Okay, any questions about those? Okay, last slide. It says, don't forget that when you multiply a negative by a negative, the answer is positive. So in this example, we're multiplying negative 3 times x, and then we're doing negative 3. Remember that this minus sign belongs to this 4, so it's negative 3 times negative 4. So we get negative 3x plus 12.
Oh.
Okay, next example, we have negative 4 times x, negative 4 times negative 3. So we get negative 4x plus 12 again. And our last example, negative 2 times a positive 2x would be negative 4x. Negative 2 times negative 8 is positive 16. Okay, questions about that? Okay, take 1 minute to do the remaining 3.
Yeah.
Okay, Addison, number 1.
Negative 5x plus 5.
Good. Negative 5x plus 5. Next one, Ben.
Negative 7x plus 15.
Good. And Sammy, last one.
Yeah. So negative 4 times x is negative 4x.
Good.
And then you do negative 4 times 5, which is, wait, negative 5, which is
Good.
plus 20.
Plus 20. Very good. Okay. I'm going to stop the video.